Hey, what's up, guys? iAnthuny here with a real quick look at all of my NASCAR video games that I have collected throughout the years. Take a look. So there they are. I wanted to go over each one briefly, so let's take a look. We'll start with the first one. The first one is NASCAR, whoa, that stuff almost fell. Days of Thunder for the Nintendo Entertainment System. There's all the cars right there that are in the movie. The game is pretty simple, a lot of turning to the left. But yeah, there's one of my oldest games for, or NASCAR oriented games anyway. I know there's a lot of Bill Elliott racing games that I don't have, but whatever. Next game that is the oldest, it came out in 97, I think. It is NASCAR Racing for PlayStation. There's a look at the cover. Let's open it up. There's the game inside. Back underneath just says NASCAR Racing. Here's a look at the back of the case. So yeah, that was like basically NASCAR 97. Alright, and then right here we got NASCAR 98 for the PlayStation 1. Take a look. Jeff Gordon's on there. Dale Earnhardt Sr., Bobby Labonte, then an RCA car. Let's take a look at the back. Pretty cool. Really simple racing. The graphics aren't that great, but I guess it was good enough for its time. So there it is. Alright, and then here we go with NASCAR 99 for PlayStation 1. Hold on, Kevin Harvick decided to fall. Here it is. It's NASCAR Legacy, or NASCAR 99 Legacy. Maybe this is different than the NASCAR 99, but it's the Legacy version. You got Dale Earnhardt and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the back. Collector's Edition. And yes, it is a 2 CD game. Well, this case has kind of had better days. But let's take a look at the back real quick. The Legacy is in our blood, it says. Let's take a good look, guys. Basically, NASCAR 99. There's, oh, that's just like a soundtrack. And then right here's the game. There's that part of the case, and then right there. So that's pretty cool. There's a little soundtrack in there. So that was what people were racing in 99, guys. Pulling out their Logitech something back then. Alright, and here's one PlayStation 1 game that is 2000. And it's NASCAR Heat for PlayStation 1. Mark Martin's on there, Ricky Rudd. 1 to 2 players. Let's open it up. Boom. Pretty basic game. Right there's a picture of Daytona with Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, Terry Labonte, and Tony Stewart. So that was basically NASCAR 2000. Alright, now we're getting towards the newer racing games. Right here is NASCAR 2001 for the PlayStation 2. As you can see, Tony Stewart's on the front with Jeff Burton, it looks like. Here's the back. Got Dale Earnhardt on there. And then the moon or something with the Cars Racing 4 wide. So there it is. We're going to open it up. Boom, there's the card, or you know, the manual, and then here's the game. Pretty simple and basic. So that was NASCAR 2000. Or 2001. Okay, and then 3 NASCAR games came out in 2002. I'm going to start with this one. It's NASCAR Heat 2002. It's fun. They really did a good job on this game. I gotta say that. The replays are sweet. I think you could even save them. Yeah, it's not online or anything, but here we go. There's a look at the back. It was pretty fun. I just played it the other day. Alright, and then this game also came out in 2002. And it is NASCAR Dirt to Daytona, one of the funnest racing games of its time for PlayStation 2. You work your way up through all the divisions, basically. I did it before, and I never thought about recording it way back in the day either. So here's a picture of it. There are a couple shots of the back. Let's open it up. Right there's the case, and there's the game. Pretty simple. Alright, and then the last the last NASCAR game that came out in 2002 is this one right here. All my games are falling for some freaking reason. And it's NASCAR Thunder. 2002. Jeff Gordon's on the cover. Pretty cool. Boom, there's the manual, there's the game. Jeff Gordon's on the cover, but they put Bobby Labonte on the game. Here's a look at the back. Got Matt Kenseth action. Down here, Harvick's leading the pack in his white car. Well, no, he's not. Looks like Ken Schrader's up there or something. So, yeah. 3 NASCAR games came out in 2002. What a year. Alright, here we go to 2003. Let me, I'm going to lay these games down real quick. Boom, like that, because these guys seem to want to fall over the place. Okay, so here we are up to 2003, and it was NASCAR Thunder 2003 with Dale Earnhardt Jr., followed closely by Jeff Gordon in there. So let's take a look at the back of it. It says, roll with the Thunder. You got Zed Andretti spinning out back then. Jeff Gordon's doing some talking. And yeah, let's open it up. Boom, same thing inside. Pretty basic. So that was NASCAR Thunder 2003. Pretty good game. I think this was the first year you were able to go online. And yeah, 1 to 4 players. Yeah, right there, multi-tap for PS2, 1 to 4 players. Let's take a look at 2002. Yeah, 2002 was multi-tap too. I think that's it. 2001 for PS2 was not. So I did look for you guys. 2002, the multi-tap started 1 to 4 players online, and then 1 to 4 players right here. Alright, and another game that came out in 2002, might have been 2003, is NASCAR Racing 2003 season. I cannot say enough about this game. Was one of the best games. I mean, a lot of people still play it nowadays, I think, but it was really great to play. I've been in leagues, spent a lot of time doing like half of races and stuff. So, right there's the inside of the box, right here's the back of it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I hear the guy who made this game is making iRacing right now, or something like that. So let me open this up real quick. I'll show you. I think this game is in one of my old computers right now. Right there's the manual, and right there's the case. And yeah. So there's the game, and then back there, boom. Pretty awesome. Like one of the best games ever. With authenticity of racing. You download so many tracks. I remember I had this female NASCAR racer who could make race cars. She made me some badass custom paints. So that was the 2 NASCAR racing games that I own that came out in 2003. Now let's get started with 2004. And boom, they put Tony Stewart on there with Michael Waltrip, Kevin Harvick, Joe Nemechek. That looks like Jimmy Johnson and the 18. So let's open it up to our wait. We're going to look at the back. It says race the pack, not the track. Take a good look, guys. Now let's open it up. Missing the manual, but there's the game. That's pretty cool. I have a bunch of versions, or 2 other versions of that game. One of them's scratched, so it doesn't work, and then the other one works when it wants to. But this one works. Alright, now here we go with NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. Kevin Harvick was on the front. This is a fun game too. Story mode was pretty good. You work your way up. Oh yeah, I can't say enough about Thunder to this one too online. I mean, when they finally started putting these games online, although if it were, they might have set the game up where it was 1 to 4 players, but most of the time you would only be able to connect with one person. So that was kind of fun. Until we got towards these years. I remember this game, you could have like 4 people in a room, um, and it would actually work. So here it is with Kevin Harvick on the cover. Over here is racing Jeff Gordon. Right there, he's yelling. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is yelling at Ryan Newman, and it says 2 to 4 players on the network. AOL dial-up compatible. Let's open it up. There's the case or the manual, and right there's the game with Kevin Harvick, Richard Childress ride on there. So that was the NASCAR 2005. I want to say that this game right here came out in 2005, 2006. So here it is. It's NASCAR Racing. It has Ryan Newman on the cover. I bought this off of eBay. It does have all the different divisions, which I didn't really say if this. Yeah, this one has different, series. But anyway, we can't go back now. Let's keep going forward. Here we go. Right here's a look at the back. This game was okay. I didn't spend too much time onto it. I didn't really go deep into it because I had NASCAR Racing 2003, and this sim game wasn't half of a sim as good as this game right here. So, but if you had to, I guess go ahead and play this game because you will get your NASCAR feed. Alright, so we're still on NASCAR 2006. And here is the only game I got for 2006. It's NASCAR 06 Total Team Control. There's Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon on there. I remember the case of this game was funny because it had these two, and I don't know if you remember back then, there was a big lover thing going on. And if you look down here, for some reason it looked like Jimmy Johnson had his hand on Jeff Gordon's hip. So if you got the game, go ahead and look at the case. You'll see that. I'm sorry I don't have the case for it, but this is also a very good game. Story mode was awesome. It was online too. To me, it feels like this was one of the last really good, authentic, like racing, kind of like this, or it wasn't arcade-ish, this one. Although it might have been a little bit, but right here, boom, this is the year I feel NASCAR went totally arcade-ish, because you would go online and you would race with people who are riding the wall and they're keeping up with you. So that kind of pissed me off. It kind of made me stay away from these EA Sports games, which I hear I missed out on online in the game. So anyway, right here is NASCAR 07 as Elliott Sadler on the cover. I don't know why they picked him, but it says Real World Adrenaline on the back. There it is. Let's take a look at the manual. Boom, and then boom. I don't have much to say about this game, so we'll go on to the next, which is NASCAR 08. It has Tony Stewart on the cover. Right there's the game and the manual. Let's take a look at the back. The DLP machine, go and lose the control. And then, yeah, it's got trucks, cup. But okay, that's NASCAR 08 for the PS2. I also have NASCAR 08 for the PS3, which is almost like kind of a little bit more better version than the one for PS2. So right there's the back. We can compare. Both of them have the DLP car messing up. It says race the car tomorrow. Right there are some different shots, and then the two shots right there are different. Now this one says it's online, and then this one says it's online also, 2 to 4 players on the PS2 game. But yeah, that was all the NASCAR games I have for 2008. So right here is NASCAR Gran Turismo 5. This game came out in 2008. It doesn't have a lot of NASCAR, but it has some in it. So I just wanted to add that to my collection. You can race some NASCARs in it. And then right here is NASCAR Old Nine. It has Jeff Gordon on the cover. This one is for PS2. And he's racing next to Dale Jr. Let's take a look at the back. There you go, racing your way, #1 selling NASCAR franchise. This is the last game that EA Sports made for NASCAR. Let's take a look at the inside. Boom, there's the game in the case. The manuals since 2007 went to like this black and white look, which I didn't think was too cool. Alright, and then here are the last two games that I got that are newer for PS3. It's NASCAR 2011, the game. Pretty good game in its time. I mean, I played it a lot, made a lot of videos. Online wasn't as bad as like nowadays game where you can't even pit. But let's take a look at the cover. It's got Jimmy Johnson racing the GoDaddy. Looks like Mark Martin car. Right here's a look at the back. Pretty cool. Right there's the inside, the manual, and the game. A pretty good game, I would have to say. It fed my NASCAR need. And the last NASCAR game I got to show you is NASCAR the Game Inside Line. A lot of problems with this game, offline and line and online. They promised the race fans a patch, but we haven't seen it. The Xbox 360 people have gotten it, but some people say that it didn't even do much. But let's take a look at this. It has the voted in Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the cover, so he's got a lot of fanboys out there. Let's take a look at the back. There it is. Like I said, offline has a lot of faults. The AI, if you put on ×4 tires, they all mess up during the race and you'll end up winning every one. So online, it's just a mess. You can't pit. The restarts are terrible. But anyway, that was my complete NASCAR collection. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Yeah, I got them all. Well, not all of them. But we will see you guys in the games. Oh wait, we should put power right back down here. Alright. Peace, guys.